It's about 10 o'clock right now. I was sitting here in a chair and I heard a loud crash noise and a bang. Well, we got some thunder and lightning. I'm here. This is Minersville. I got my backpack on. I was planning on doing a camp, but I got to get under this here real quick. So this is an old train station. Ooh, and that thunder and lightning storm just rolled up. I just checked the radar a little while ago. They said it was rolling in, but it came a little quicker than I was expecting. I was planning on heading out that way, but hey, I think we're gonna have to change our plans. Stick around if you wanna see what we do, but I think we're gonna be camping somewhere right around this area. In fact, we may just stay right here at this location, but I don't know yet. All right, well, welcome to the channel, and here we go. Random Adventures 2.0, thanks a lot for joining me. All right, I gotta figure this out. And it's 4 o'clock right now. It doesn't get dark till around 8 o'clock or so, but I'm gonna get my backpack off and kind of just, like I said, hunker down right here for now. But definitely thunder and lightning. Oh, there goes some lightning. And we'll just set the backpack up against the building here. Oh. So I was packed really, really light for this camp. Like I said, I was going out that way. But as I was walking this way, the sky was getting darker and darker, and I went, I'm not going to make it. So I started heading back this way. I'm parked way over there in town. But this is a really cool train here and an old train station. I don't know much about it. I'll see if I can maybe walk around, because we've got this overhang right here that's kind of giving us a lot of cover. I mean, the rain's coming out, blowing into about here, but I think we're really good right here. So there is a light right there, and that is a turn, and then we've also got traffic coming across this bridge, right? You can see them coming up to the red light. So I am hidden back behind here. So I'm thinking our backpack should be safe right there. I got the black backpack tonight because I was thinking, well, I want to be a little bit more stealthier. And it's 86 degrees. It went down to 80 degrees when that storm started rolling in. So it might cool it off this evening, but I think it's still supposed to be pretty muggy and 76 degrees overnight. So I don't have a top quilt in my bag or nothing. We were going to do like a little cowboy camp, laying on the ground. Yeah, I want to walk out and see this train, but I want to stay in here. Now, this is an old train station, and it's right here in this town of Minersville. It is really cool. Right up here on the door, we got waiting room right there. So that's where they would come in and wait for the train, I would imagine. See if we can look in the window here. It's reflecting me. See how close I can get in there. Oh, looks like a ticket booth over there in the corner on the left-hand side, and there's a door on the other side. I wonder if we can see better in from that side. Maybe we'll take a walk around to the other side. There's tractor trailer. Yeah, this is a busy intersection right here. We got windows on the back. Looks like storage. And then you can see straight through. Hopefully you can. There's the front door on that side. But this overhang is really neat. And it's about the same distance out the whole way around. You can see a railroad track right there. So that is a live railroad track that runs this way through town. They still use it, but it looks like to the train station, they rolled 2 trains. Now, I've seen these trains for a long time sitting there. So I tried looking up a little bit of stuff, and this is a restoration project, and that is a old coal steam engine, but that was a workhorse of a steam engine. Like I said, there's a little sign on it. We'll go look at that, but I want to walk around this whole building here real quick. So here's the other door. Now directly across from it is where we were just standing. Let's see if we can see in here a little better. That's a little better. Yeah. Oh, very cool. And they have a lock. So they did do some upgrades to this. I don't know if they don't use it anymore, it doesn't look like. I'm not sure what they use it for, but pretty interesting. Reading Blue Mountain and Northern Railroad Company. Okay. Yeah, that's above the door right there. And we got bars on the windows right up here. And what is that? That's a little concrete thing that comes out, and that looks like that's metal. Let's see if I can test. Yeah. All right, so all these beams that run out to the overhang is all metal. And it looks like it still is an active railroad crossing right there. You can see the lights in the railroad crossing sign and a lot of traffic. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get a break in the traffic and then walk out front. It's very interesting. This is not a square building. You can see there's a little corner right here. The old lights. This is a really neat building. Yeah, I think we got a break to go out front. You can see the red light right there. So the rain is slowing down just a bit. This looks like the front door. It said Reading Blue Mountain and Northern Railroad Company. And then you got your door right here. They got the blinds on it. Heading into the waiting room. So there is a spot for the front too to get into the waiting room. Looks like I'm just filming this. And then we come around to the other side of the building. So I'm thinking that the other side would be like a platform where people would stand. Yeah, there we go, back on the other side. But really cool train. Like I said, it looks like they're doing some kind of restoration on it. If it wasn't raining, we would walk over there, but well, I think we'll get a chance to do that a little bit later. I think I can get to the edge of this and look at the... All right, so it is a railway restoration project 113, Minersville, PA, owner-operator, American Locomotive Company, 64384. Show something June 1923. What is that? Shuheni? Well, or how to pronounce it. Maybe you guys know, but it looks like SCHENEOTDY. I don't know that word, right? But like I said, this is an old steam engine. A little bit more thunder. Yeah. All right. Well, that's a walk around the building. I'm just going to hang out here. I think I'm going to get my stool out. I do have a stool in my bag. Maybe I'll just lean up against the building till I figure out what I'm doing. Well, I was going to sit down and I saw this right here. So this looks like this is probably off of the engine. Oh, that's cool. So if you know Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, so this was Bethlehem steel, model 53, saying oil here. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but I think they were taking stuff from the locomotive and then restoring it. So it's probably, this is sitting here because they've been working on restoring it. Yeah, like I said, I saw a bucket filled with parts over here, and then on the whole other side of this locomotive, it looks like there's a pile of stuff that they're working on for the locomotive. I don't know how long they've been restoring or if they're even still working on it, but yeah. Like I said, once the rain stops, hopefully it's still light out and we can take a real good look at it. But what am I going to eat for dinner? I don't know. There's a meat market that way. I got to go, but I can't do that right now. But there is a meat market across the bridge. You turn right. It's the name of it is Tony's Meat Market. Of course, it's got the same name as me, and I'm carnivore, so I'm going to go over there and get something to eat. I mean, the only thing I had in my pack was some beef jerky and coffee. I've really got to go through that thing to see what I got in there. All right. Well, like I said, I'll talk to you after it stops raining. Maybe we can get a good walk around this train. Okay, so we've been hanging out here for an hour and 46 minutes. I looked up the weather app again. So what weather app do I use? I use ABC 3340. One of the subscribers, Jake, the Oregon boy, sent me this, told me about this app, and it's really spot on. But the temperature has dropped. Right now it's 72 degrees and humidity is 93%. Dew point 70. All right, so yeah, it's getting down to 68. I thought it was going to get down to being like 76 degrees tonight, but it's going to get a lot cooler than I was anticipating. But we're still good at that. Not a lot cooler, but cooler than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, there's the thunderstorms just passed us, and we got another one coming up. A little bit heavier rain, but it did slow down. I'm going to attempt to walk you around the train. All right, let's go. Yeah, while it's still light enough for us to see, but we got to walk that way to go get our burger or whatever we're having. But so this locomotive is American Locomotive Company, but oh, look at these big old wheels. Oh man, there's a lot of iron in here. Yeah, so this is a steam engine, a lot of valves. So, and then the pistons and stuff that would drive the wheels on the track. Yeah, this thing is really cool. A lot of valves though. There's a little ladder to get up on there. And then let's see this. So this is the 113. Yeah, they got a lock on that. So I don't have a hammock with me, but I wonder if I could get a hammock from that railing to somewhere over there. Doesn't look like enough room, but that would be the coal area there where they shovel the coal in. And this is Jersey Central lines. This is where they've got all the coal for the engine. Yeah, this is, like I said earlier, a workhorse in the coal industry during the height of coal. So there is a looks like a passenger train here too. Maybe they're going to try to restore that. I love this color. Look at that. Oh, that is really neat. Yeah, there's a ladder that goes up into the coal bin. Yeah, I'd imagine this is an old passenger train. Yeah, I wonder if they were going to give tours of this at one time. You can see, oh, there's a storage area. Oh, that's smaller than I can get in. Oh, a smaller person could camp there. We got really heavy chains. Yeah, this is really neat. Man, look at those shock absorbers on there. That's some old irons and steel. Then we get the back of the train. Little steps. If we can step up on here. There's no window, so we can't really see in there. I wonder if we can look in that little old lock hole. I don't know if I can get the camera in there or not, but there's no windows. I was hoping we'd see it, and there's a big lock right here. That's all steel. Yeah, there's a little lock hole from where a handle was. I don't know if you can see in there or not, but we're gonna give it a try. Yeah, I think you can see something. So I look down the track. You can see the little rail comes down this way, but I believe that rail there is still active, so hopefully we do get a train that comes by here. Now there's no stairs on the opposite side, so let me go back down the stairs, but you can see right there we got the back of houses right up this bank. Look at the old stonework over there along the railroad. All right, let me get down here and let's walk on the other side because it's starting to rain a little heavier again. Look at the whole back of the train. Oh, look at this, where the next car would hook in. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, old handles, but it'll look better at the back of the train. We got the old gate there. And then up along this side. Yeah, those windows are really dirty and fogged up. We wouldn't be able to see in those at all. Some of the windows are smashed out and they got wood there. But yeah, you can't see in any of those. But a look at this side of the train. Yeah, it's just sitting here rusting up. Looks like this is storage and work area. Yeah, it's definitely starting to pick up on rain again. We're gonna have to hurry this up. I don't want to get too wet because we gotta stay dry for the night. Oh, look at all the coal. So this looks like a chute that maybe they were running the coal up to the coal bin on the back of the train. Yeah, big steam engine. All the restoration parts. Yeah, there's a handle on this side too. This would be a little bit more difficult for me to climb up. Look at all the pipes and everything. So, yeah, there was a bucket over there full of these pipes. You can kind of see the operation, how the train wheels go. I think this is the very front of the train, so there was probably in that center is probably an emblem or something, because you can see they've got it covered and they've got it off and just laying on the ground over there. Yeah, place to get up and walk up the ladder on both sides of the locomotive here, the engine. Try to turn valves and do all kinds of stuff, but there's that bucket that's just rusting away. Yeah, definitely raining more. You can see it in the puddle there. So I got to get back under here to stay dry. Oh, yeah, we got another section of that storm that's coming through. So I would say maybe 7 o'clock it should be done. And then we can kind of walk over and get something picked out to make. I'm just going to keep hanging out here on the back side of this building. Stay hidden. All right, so I've been standing here and you can see right there the traffic that's going that way. So it's been about 15 minutes and I was just kind of getting a little orientation of things. So my original plan was I was thinking of maybe just going over here, but with all that traffic right there, I'm thinking that we should probably think about staying closer to this corner right here, because I can't really see the traffic too much. Well, especially if they're not sitting there. But we've got that trash can down there at the other end. So I'm thinking if I lay right on the ground right here where I'm standing, nobody can see me. We do have a road on this corner that goes right up on the other side of those trees, right up there to those houses. And I'm thinking if we were over at that section, it's a little bit more of a straight line, not real straight, but we would be more exposed to those houses right up there. So I'm thinking that this might be a little better. So stay this way on the building, low to the ground, where we'd be a little hidden by that bank. And also, when people go up that road right there, they generally, I don't think they would look over this way, but I don't even think that they would see us when we're down real low, like on the ground or just sitting here cooking. And the only thing we'd have to worry about then is someone walking around this side of the building, because they'd be right at my head. But we'd also see the trains go by if they do. And if anybody asks, what are you doing at the back of the building sleeping here? And we can always say, because we got our backpack, that we were hiking, got caught in the rain, and just decided to hang out here until we continue. I fell asleep, ate something for dinner. We'll come up with something. All right, I'll talk to you after a while. So I'm watching the puddle, and it looks like it stopped again. Probably enough time for me to walk over to Tony's meat market. But I stashed our backpack behind this trash can here. Looking down in there. A little bit of trash in there. I don't expect them to be emptying it or come around and look. But we're going to go ahead and make our way over to Tony's meat market. I think we're going to cross that bridge. Yeah, we got to cross that bridge. So let's walk on over there. Cross why it's red. There's a set of tracks that go across this, but it kind of continues out that way. Look at the old railroad bridge. So there is a little creek that runs here. There's a duck down there. Look at that old beams and stuff on that train track. They used to run through town, I would imagine. Water coming under that culvert there, the old stone culvert. A lot of stone work. Yeah, just around, it's not a far walk, but you're gonna see the blue building over there is Tony's. There's a steel plate on that right there. It says 1941, it looks like. So that's when that was made. All right, let's stop dilly-dallying and get over to Tony. So you can see right back there on the other side of the trees. That wasn't a far walk. We got to cross the train tracks again here. My meat market, Tony's meat market. Quality, fresh, and smoked meats, retail and wholesale. There's a phone number. We got store hours. All right, so it's about 7 o'clock. So we're going to get in there before they close and pick something out. We got a lot of frozen stuff right here. Ooh, we got bundles of meat. There's a big meat case there. I think we're looking for a ribeye. That's pork. Can I get a ribeye? One of the ribeyes there. Probably the smaller of them. And would you guys be able to cut that in half for me?
I can ask. I'm not sure.
Okay, don't worry about it. I've got a knife. So that'll work out good. Okay, so ribeyes are $7.99 a pound, and that was just under a pound. That was $7.45. So let's get back on over there before it downpours again. I don't know if it's gonna anymore. Oh well, we'll see. I hear church bells, so must be 7 o'clock now. I don't know. Wait, train tracks. Oh, we're gonna go on the other side of the bridge here. What is this? Bridge number 75. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice little creek. So I glanced underneath of this bridge, and it doesn't look like there's any opportunity for camping at all under this bridge. Well, the water's high. We've been getting a lot of rain. But now we're back to our spot. So there's the big old train and our building that we're gonna camp behind. Well, yeah, I hope that rain holds off for the rest of the night. But rain always makes for good video. Yeah, always get more views when you got rain, thunderstorms. Maybe we'll get some, but it doesn't look like it on the radar. Oh, good, our backpack's still there. I didn't even look when I walked around the building. All right, I think we're gonna set up right over here. So I've got my backpack. I wanna get more over in this area. Like I said, we're gonna sleep here, but we're not gonna set our bed up anytime soon. But I do wanna get my stool out, and I wanna start getting everything ready so we can go ahead and cook that big old ribeye. Well, you can see I got stuff all broke out over there, but I wanted to show you this here real quick. We got some sun coming up. So I think the storm is over. Yeah. So I am probably gonna go ahead and cook pretty soon before it gets too late and I'm cooking in the dark. Got my stool, got our cooking stuff. I'm probably gonna use that right there to elevate my stove, but I'll show you that once I get started. Okay, we're tucked in here a little bit. So this is my backpacking titanium cup. This is the burner that's usually stored in here, but I just realized I've had this thing for like almost 4 years, but the lid has this little groove in it. I don't know if you can see that little groove. The bottom of this can actually fits right on that groove. And what I was thinking is setting it right on this here metal thing that we looked at earlier, just to get it up here a little bit so I can put the titanium stove right on it. Now I'm gonna have to be careful, yeah, because it slides around. It slides. So I am gonna go ahead and get this lit. I'll probably dump the steak in here and then just kind of hold it while it cooks. We'll see, we'll figure it out. But this is my fire maple pan, and it's a non-stick, works really good. All right, let me get this fired up. All right, so I have steak already in the pan. Like I said, I'm gonna end up having to hold on to this. I don't wanna lose my lighter. That goes back in my titanium cup when we're all done. Oh, yummy. It is already starting to sizzle. I didn't bring anything to flip this with. Let me get a glove on. We're gonna flip it with the glove. Oh, I don't even have anything to eat it with. We're gonna have to eat it with our hands again. Oh well. Oh, I did find my SR1 cold steel knife, so we're gonna use that to flip this thing with. That's actually a little unstable on top of that thing, so I'm gonna do it right on the ground instead. So I moved it to the ground. Oh, that is perfect. And I'll use this kind of to hold it a little bit. Yeah, she's sizzling really good. I think just about another minute, and then we're gonna let that rest, and then eat it with our glove after it cools down a bit. Well, I think that's gonna be good. Let's set that right down there and get this turned off. that looks delicious. I got some salt to put on it as well. This is that Malden's salt, so it's real flaky. We're gonna sprinkle that on our steak. Yum. And don't be shy about the sodium. Last time I had my blood work done, the only thing I was low in was sodium. So this is that salt right here that I'm using. A lot of times I'll use that Redmond, but I really like this salt. It's called the Queen salt. Ooh, and it tastes delicious. Yeah, you can see the sun. Now that is a road right up there, so we got to remember that. A truck just came down and I stayed as still as I could. So we're not going to be able to really use a lot of light back here when it gets dark. But maybe if I stay back this way. Oh, I think this is cooled down enough. Let's see if I can pick it up. Look at that steak. Oh, yummy. Oh, there's a car right there. Stay as still as you can, Tony. All right, it's gone. Okay. First bite. Oh my goodness. That is amazing. Mmm. Yum. So this is all but a pound. Just it's not even an ounce less than a pound. So this is going to take me a while. I'm going to eat this, get all filled up for the night and the day, and bring you back when it gets a little bit later and I get everything cleaned up. And we move on to the next item on the agenda, which is wait until it gets dark. Then it's time to go to bed. But we're going to see what happens through the evening. I just got to keep an eye on that road right there. Last bite. There it is. I ate the whole thing. Yum. All right, I'll get cleaned up. Oh, there goes the bell again. I think it's 8 o'clock. It's a little after 9. I just heard the church bells go off. That's going to give me a good indication of what time it is because it goes off every hour. I can hear it up on the hill. But we're looking at the sunset, so it's getting dark now. I've got to get my bed set up, but I'm not going to do that till later. And I'm decided I'm just going to sleep right on the ground. I've got my blow-up pad. I do have a pillow, but I don't want to take a chance on blowing it up right now. That house up there, it's got a light on. So, yeah, we got to let it get a little darker. I got to turn this light out. So what I'm going to do is just sit on the stool for maybe about another 45 minutes. But what you see around the corner of the building, it may sound like I'm talking real loud. I just want to tell you this microphone really picks up. I'm all but above a whisper. But right there, you can see that gas station and all the gas prices, and that's a well-lit sign. So we do have a little bit of ambient light coming through here. And then I'm going to look around the corner on this back side because the cars that come down the hill, I can't see them from sitting here. But I want to take a look around the building as well. But I'm going to let it get a little darker first. Oh, I wish I would have caught that on camera. It's about 10 o'clock right now. I was sitting here in a chair and I heard a loud crash noise and a bang, like a tree fell over and landed on the tracks. Got me right up out of my chair. Oh man, that was that was scary. And I'm going, oh, I wonder if I ought to sleep here. But we're going to sleep here. It's getting late enough. I think I'm going to go ahead and blow up the mattress. But let me walk around this corner real quick and just kind of look down the side. Yeah, there is a ton of traffic on this road. So I'm staying real close. Nothing like a motorcycle when you're trying to talk. Oh, look at that. There is one of the lights are on. Oh, man, I hope all the lights don't come on. I think if they were going to come on, they would have come on by now. Yeah, there's a little street light there too. But it's nice and dark in the back. So we're just going to get back to the back again because there's no lights back here. All right, we're in the back. I think I am going to go ahead and sit down and blow up my air mattress. I'll show you all that once I'm done. I got to keep this light minimal. I think that's pretty good. So I've got it almost all the way blown up. I think I might put a little bit more air in it, but there you go. It's about 30 minutes after I told you I was going to blow my mattress up. There was just too much activity. Yeah, too many cars. I didn't want to turn this light on. Yeah. All right. I got to blow up my pillow as well. I'll show you where I'm putting it once I'm done. This is my layout, and this is where I'm sleeping. So you can see I've just got it laid right over top of the one grate right here, and I've gotten our Thermarest pillow all blown up. All right, well, let me lay down. Oh, so this is going to be our setup on the back of this train station. You can see I'm all laid out here now. I'm right over top of this grate, and I didn't think about it, but I hope I don't drop anything down here. It's about 3 feet down. It's all metal, so I think it holds us. I'm not that heavy anymore. All right, well, if I need my puffy jacket, I can grab it. It's right in my backpack right there if I got to get it. Right now, it says 68 degrees, but it's very humid, and I am hot. All right, well, I will talk to you later, and you know what we say, lights out. Good night. If I get up in the middle of the night, I will bring you along. All right, see ya. Good night. Light back on. So this is very comfortable. I'm surprised because I'm on concrete. I'm on a steel grate, but this is comfy. All right, well, again, I will see you in the morning. Good night. Lights out. It is 3:45 in the morning, and there's constant traffic at the red light. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've been hearing trucks and everything all night long. But I just got up to go use the restroom over by the train quick. Oh. Whew. It's not too cold. I still think it's 66 degrees when I looked, but it's damp now. But I feel good laying down here, so I'm going to lay back down and wait for the sun to come up. I can't believe how much traffic is here. Incredible. All right, it looks like we got a couple hours before the sun comes up. So I'm going back to bed. I've been sleeping off and on just because of all the I'm shocked at how much traffic is here. Really, I am. Wow, this is a busy intersection. Minersville, too much traffic. All right. Good night again. Oh, I'll turn this off. Oh, the truck. Oh, what time is it? Looks like it's 6:15. Well, good morning. So I was laying on my chest with my arms tucked in because it got a little chilly last night. Oh, time to get up and get moving. Birds are chirping. Oh, I heard a couple of ducks fly over about 20 minutes ago. I'll get up off this thing. And now that mat was really comfortable for the most part. Sleeping on the concrete and on that metal thing. Oh, I gotta sit down for a second and just get woken up. Oh boy. Well, we got a little blue sky starting there. I think it's gonna be a good day. Good old Minersville. Yeah, this was a good spot. A little noisy, but that's what you gotta expect. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I meant to tell you this last night. So when I went over to Tony's Meat Market, they don't open till 8. But I'm not hungry. I asked one of the customers in there. There was a gentleman there. What did he say his name was? Tin Cup? Yeah, he goes by Tin Cup. And he said, I asked him about the train, how often it comes through, and he said, usually on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, it goes through this area. Out that way is a coal breaker, and the train comes up, brings empty coal cars up, picks up a load, and then runs about 30 cars back down the rail. He said it usually happens during the day, so it's an active line, but it's not that active. They run this about 3 times a week to haul coal out. And a little bit about this train. It was set up to do anthrocite coal because anthracite's harder and it burns longer, but that was one of the original anthracite coal burning steam engines, and they were doing restorations on it. But he said that this, around Christmas time, they open it up, and they used to fire that up. I don't know if they still do, but he said they used to fire that up and let it run, but they'll haul like a Christmas car or something, do tours up and down the line, like a scenic thing. All right, well, I am going to get packed up. I've got my mat. I got to let the air out and get things packed away before this gets busy. All right, well, I will talk to you as soon as I get it all packed up. All righty, here we go. Oh, you can see the train going there. I was set up for a time lapse, getting my stuff done, and the train went by. Oh, you can see them going down the track. So they're heading up to that coal breaker. They'll pick up a load, and then head on back. According to the gentleman that I talked to in the in the Tony's Meat Market, but I better get packed up quick because I don't think I don't know if they're going to call anybody and say, hey, there was a guy sleeping in the back of this place here. Man, I missed. I don't think I caught it in time. Oh, well. There you go. Well, let me get finished, packed up, and get out of here quick. Yeah, we're all packed up. So it's probably going to be quite a while till they get those cars loaded up and then coming back. Yeah, maybe it'll happen here pretty soon, but I doubt it. So I'm going to go ahead and get my backpack, and we'll go ahead and end this video and say goodbye. But this was a great spot, even though I slept on a metal grate, but it was a lot of fun. All right, well, let me grab my backpack. Okay, I've got the backpack on and I'm ready to get out of here. Quick glance down that way. I don't see it coming. So they've got to load up all those cars. Like it said, the gentleman said there was about 30 that they load. So I'm sure that's what they're doing, because usually they'll load and then he said they head back down the tracks that way. But I want to say this was a really fun camp. Really enjoyed looking at the train yesterday and then sleeping there. All right, but that steak was amazing. Oh, if you like this kind of stuff, give me a thumbs up if you think about it. Or a thumbs down. It doesn't matter. All right, just come back and see me again. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I say thanks a lot for coming along. If you can't get out and have your own adventure, keep coming along with me. I think we're having an awesome time. Video every Thursday, and we go live every Sunday night. So if you can't wait and you want to see another video, check out this Thunderstorm video right here, and then there's a playlist right here. Watch some of that stuff. We got a lot of videos. All right, we will see you on the next random adventure. Tony 2.0 out. Oh, I got to walk back to the car.